he came up big in this one. 24 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Yeah, that one was really nice, Wes.
Yes.
Trey just continuing to be that consistent scorer for this Pelican squad.
Yes, he's definitely moving well without the ball, especially when DQ has it. But, oh, my God. His athleticism is crazy, especially in the open floor. But like you're saying, consistently, he's been that guy that we can give the ball to. But you see him moving without the ball, and that's something that is very underrated about this game.
Well, you see there the efficiency, 10 of 13. So, yes, he is scoring, and he is definitely making a good decision as far as what shots he is taking. When you look at the game summary, the only part of this game that the Pelicans really fell short in was that second quarter, and it was just the defensive effort was lacking a little bit there.
It was. It was. We had like a little low. Like you expect them to have a go on a run. That's
sure.
What NBA is going to have a good team. They're going to go on a run, but we were able to sustain it, come back out in that second half, and put them to sleep.
Yeah.
Come back home. That was something that we needed to do, and it was a good win. Definitely came out and we took care of business.
Absolutely. Reestablished the game plan and played with force the rest of the way. Let's hear from interim head coach James Borrego and get his thoughts on this Pelicans win.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't love our second quarter defense. You know, we owned it at halftime, reset there. I thought better in the second half. Obviously, in the fourth quarter, our best defensive quarter, 23. Our goal was 25 and under, and they hit it, But I saw some evidence of a team moving in the right direction, on both sides of the ball. Obviously, the defense is where the biggest step we're going to have to make overall. But really proud of the group. They've worked hard the last couple of days, and we saw evidence of that tonight.
And can you talk about just the job that Bryce has done, not just tonight, but kind of the last few weeks, and then especially tonight being thrown in there second half after, losing Herb at the end of the, right there before halftime.
Yeah, you lose Herb, you're not sure, where to go. But Bryce has been steady all year. He's earning his minutes. He's not being given this time. He's earned these minutes. Every time he's on the floor, good things happen defensively, on the board, in transition. You can just see his numbers are significant when he's on the floor for us in transition offense, takes a significant turn or a tick up. So just proud of him. He just shows up every day and works and does his job, and he stays ready. He's a wonderful kid, great competitor. Really proud of him, especially tonight, to step in for Herb. Those are some big shoes to fill.
Jordan Poole's first game back from injury. Just what did you see from him tonight?
He's just a savvy scorer. He just knows how to score, get to the free throw line, gets downhill, makes plays, steadies the gym when it needs to be steadied. He keeps constant pressure on defenses. You can just feel him out there. He's always live, So I don't know what happened there in front of our bench. I guess he rolled his ankle, but he looks to be okay, and great to have him back out there.
And, as you mentioned, that second quarter, you guys could have been a little bit better defensively. In transition defense specifically, is it just as simple as just being consistent about running back when a shot goes up or after a made basket? Or?
It is. The number one habit is, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of the trot going the other way. You got to have a sprint turn mentality. First 3 steps, we're working on it, but you can feel it. Our guys, they're caught up in the play, or they're caught up on an official. We got to move on to the next play. And we're not there yet. We got a ways to go. I saw some positives there in the second half that helped us, But yeah, you got to sprint, turn, talk. You got to communicate. You got to get ball matched up. You got to take care of the rim, and then it's about matching up to bodies. Get bodies in front of bodies. They really challenged us tonight, in that regard, and Chicago will too. These are transition teams, so and obviously we're trying to do the same to them. But we got a ways to go. But I thought we took a step forward tonight.
Just going back to Bryce, is this what you expected when y'all got him here, or has he kind of exceeded that?
I don't think anybody saw him playing these minutes, but I kept watching him even early in training camp, and you watch him early in the season, in the stay ready games, conditioning games. He just had an impact. He's got a knack to get downhill, which I love. He's one of those guys that can drive it at will, make a play at the rim, kick out, defend. I liked him in Charlotte. I didn't have him in Charlotte. I think he got there the year after my time there. But I've always liked him from afar. But give our front office credit. They found this kid. They believed in him. And he's made the most of his opportunity.
And 88 points in the paint. You got to be pleased with that.
Very pleased. I mean, that's what we're living in the paint right now. It feels like we've had a couple of these games that are 80s in the paint. That's tough to do. But our guys are committed. They're playing a style of basketball that they should be proud of. That we're aggressive downhill. We're going to take what the defense gives us. And I think what was more important for me tonight was the sharing of the ball as well. Not only did we get downhill, but 35 assists, 10 turnovers. For a team that's playing fast, that's playing downhill, that's playing in the paint, 35 assists, 10 turnovers. It's a good formula for us.
JB, do you have a complete understanding of why Herb was thrown out, why he picked up 2 technicals right there towards the end of the first half?
I'm not aware of, I didn't really get an explanation, but we all own it. I'll talk to Herb, and obviously he felt bad not being there with us second half, but he was there to rally the guys and had them ready.
We've talked a lot about validation. There's been a lot of close games, hard fought ones, but not getting in the win column. What's your message to the team after, seeing a win?
Well, obviously the validation is significant. You need that bump. This group has been making strides. You could see the progress over the last couple of weeks, and you just need that little validation in the win column. But, I love that for them, but let's stay focused on the process. Come back in and work, keep building our habits. It's really about the process here. I think the wins are going to take care of themselves as we move forward. I'm just glad we weren't in a close one tonight. We'd have to go down the wire, but we're going to have to. We're going to have to figure out how to close these games when they are close. But I continue to see evidence of a team making progress again tonight. We'll get some validation off of this, but it's about doing the same thing tomorrow. Nothing changes. We get back to work, get back in the gym, and get ready for Chicago.
Jeremiah, didn't have a great scoring game last game. Derek Queen had a great game. How do you see them respond to those in this game?
Yeah, I think sometimes you just got to take what the defense gives you. It's sometimes you're going to be the hub, and we're going to play through you, a significant amount. Sometimes the game calls for other opportunities, and we had other opportunities to get downhill and make plays. Obviously, they were pressuring DQ. I thought he handled it well. They put their best defender on him to start the game, and I didn't think he got too far out of his zone. He made the right play at the right time, and I thought Fears was very aggressive tonight. Got downhill, made the right play. He didn't even need much pick and roll, but you can feel him in transition. As soon as we get that outlet to him, he's downhill making the right play. And that's the beauty in basketball. That's how we want to play. We don't care who gets the credit. We don't care who gets the shot. We don't care who gets the highlight of the night, or the media post or whatever it is. We just want to win and play the right way. And I thought tonight was a significant step in the right direction.
And lastly, Denny Avdia is someone who's, doubted he performed really well last time y'all played him. He lives at the line. He didn't have as much opportunity to get those free throws in this game. How do you think y'all responded in defending him? Yeah,
I'll watch the film, but I thought there were a number of possessions where we could have fouled him, swiped on him, but the guys did a really good job showing their hands, chesting up, being physical there. So I'll watch the film and, but our guys are making steps there in that area just to be physical without fouling. It's going to be important for us in the paint.
You guys won the possession battle tonight by 9, 11 steals, 18 offensive rebounds. Is this something you can start using as a foundation to start winning the math game that you've referred to in the past? I
think that's what we're working towards. I think that's where we've tried. We know the 3-point line is an area we got to, move the needle on. Until then, it's the possession game. It's the offensive boards, turning teams over, as you said, limiting their, second chance opportunities too. And then we want to be, have a swarming mentality. We want to turn teams over, get out and run. And I think our guys did a good job of that tonight.
That was interim head coach James Borrego, and he mentioned the points in the paint, 88 points in the paint by the Pelicans.
Right.
Seems like that is definitely a part of their identity. They're definitely doing well, getting downhill, turning people over and taking it in. He didn't seem like he was exactly pleased 100%.
I love it.
Right. I mean, there's always going to be areas to address.
Yeah.
So what would you say they are?
I would say really just being consistent throughout. This Yeah, we won the game. We had 143 points, 88 points in the paint. Yes, it's still stuff that we can correct so we can do this consistently. Fall in love with the process. So getting back to practice and getting back and going over those little details, fine details, something that he's hit into and something that we need to continue to do. Fall in love with it. We won this game. Yes, it's time to build off of it and continue to let that go streaking. So.
Yeah. And you mentioned consistency. It's always good to have a more consistent lineup that you can rely on and players on the court. Getting Jordan Poole back was key. He is in the locker room right now talking to the media.
It was good. I think it was good. We got a win. Home court. A lot of guys played well. I think we put ourselves in a position to be successful tonight. A lot of guys stepped up. So just got to build off this momentum.
New coach since you last played, a little bit different focuses on offense. Just how do you feel like you incorporate in this offense, and how have you seen it going while you've been watching them play as well?
I think it's really good for our team, the way we're set up, our skill sets. We're young, we're fast, we like to get out in transition, we move around a lot. So I think just what Coach JB has kind of implemented with this group is huge for us. Obviously, we're still learning on the other end, but our superpower is playing with speed, getting out in transition. And I think when we move the ball how we did tonight, a lot of guys were able to step up. So I think it was just huge for us. Good for us to kind of see how high level we can play, and we got to find a way to, keep this momentum.
Enjoying your first.
I love that. Their superpower is their speed and the pace that they can play with. And then Jordan Poole did mention that they still have to do some work on the defensive side. And that's what they did address the last few practices. They are going to have a few more days in between this game and their next game, and then even more next week. So this is a really good opportunity for James Borrego to make those tweaks and implement the principles that he wants them to play by, because he didn't have a training camp.
No, he didn't. This is like a mini camp for them. Some like the defensive side, superpowers are our speed, getting out. So everybody knows that. The identity for us is speed. Get out, transition, pace, that is it. Defensively, what is it going to be? Physicality, our athleticism, get deflections, get in the passing lanes, get that so we can get out and run. So continue to build. It's a luxury to have this. It doesn't come often that you get 2-3 days to have practices. They don't come that often in this league, so take advantage of it.
All right, we got a couple before the next one, so we will set that up on the other side of this break. And Jordan Poole making the most of his return to the court with 22 tonight.